Hi guys, my name's Mark Wild and thank you very much for joining me and for using my method, which improves not just your muscles but also your movements and your mind. So today's session, the format is very simple. I'm going to take you through a sequence of 8 exercises. We do these back to back, keeping a nice rhythm throughout the round. We'll then have a very short rest at the end and then we're going to repeat it. Just so that you're aware, if you are doing a full session, this consists of 3 or 4 rounds in total. I put together a really useful user guide for you. This is readily available to download for free on my website, markwildhealth.co.uk, but it contains some really useful information about how you can tailor these sessions to suit you and also a couple of different formats that you can use. So when you get a second, head to my website, download that manual, and that will give you the best chance of getting the best results from these sessions. So round number 1 we're going to be doing in control mode. This just makes sure that we master the movements to fire our bodies up nice and safely and effectively. So we'll go straight into exercise number 1. So your feet are going to be hip width, the hands to the side of your hips, and we're going to swing our arms forward as we squat down. So you swing your arms forward, bend the knees, put your weight more into your heels, stand nice and tall, and then you're going to take a side bend over at the top, so arching one arm over to lift out of the hip, and then into center, and then you switch across to side bend over to the other side, and then we come into center and we repeat. So you're going to swing forward, squat down, so the weight's more in my heels, and then you're standing tall, side bend over, and then into center, and a side bend over to come into center. Let's do a couple more. Swing forward, squat down, stand tall, take a side bend to lift out of the hip, and then into center and across to the other side. And then we'll do one more here. So swing forward, squatting down, standing tall, side bend over for 1, into center, side bend over, and then in to center. So exercise number 2, we're going to start with our fingertips feathered on our temples and our feet shoulder width. Okay, we're going to do a small squat, so this means we'll push your hips back, bending the knees simultaneously, and then as you come up, you're going to bring one knee up and the opposite elbow across, and then you plant the foot down into center, you do another small squat, and then you switch the leg, so bring the knee across and the elbow to meet, and then step it back down. Okay, so this one requires a little bit of balance, so don't get disheartened if you can't. So squat and knee to elbow and back down, and a small squat, knee, twist and stand. And again, small squat. As the knee comes up, twist the torso to bring your elbow across, dropping down, twist, bring the knee up, plant the foot down. A bit of a challenge here. So squat and twist, plant the foot and squat, lift the knee, twist the elbow and back into your start position. So exercise number 3, we're going to step back and pull back. So your feet are hip width, your hands are in light fists in line with your shoulders. Okay, and then your movement pattern, really simple. You're going to step back. As you step back, you keep your elbows up, pull the hands into the side of your shoulders, and then return to your start position to switch your legs. So you step back, pull back, try and pinch into your shoulder blades, and return, and then switch the leg again. Step back, pull back, and return. Switch the leg. You'll notice my elbows, I try and keep nice and high, in line with my shoulders, so that I'm working the right muscle groups in between my shoulder blades. And return, step, pull, and return. If you want to make this one slightly harder, you drop your back knee just above the floor, and return in, drop, pull back, and return. And then just a couple more here, keep the elbows high to pull back. And then last one, pulling back, and returning up. Exercise number 4 is called a sumo sway. So the sumo refers to the stance. This will bring your feet to outside shoulder width and your knees and toes angle out, okay, like this. Your hands just lightly in a bunch in line with your chest, and then you're swaying. So you're just going to sway your body weight from one side. So bend the knee to push your body weight onto one leg, and then standing up to switch and sway across to the other side, and then into center and up, sway across. So my whole body's going across to bet my weight onto the lead leg, center, switch. Okay, so you'll notice that my trailing leg is locking out, it's extending, and that helps to work in the inner thigh. And sway across and up, and then we'll do one more swaying across and returning up. So exercise 5, our feet are hip width, hands to the side of our hips nice and relaxed. We're going to do a forward lunge, arching our arms overhead. Okay, so we're going to go forward with one leg, arch your arms overhead to hit your hands at the overhead, and then back in to switch your leg, forward, arch up, tap the hands, and return in. Okay, so my hands are just light fists, and they're arching to the side to go overhead, and switch the leg forward, arch over, and return in, forward, arching over, and returning in. Nice straight lines for your feet, and your arms are nice and relaxed with a slight bend at your elbows, and in, and forward, arch up, and in. Let's just do a couple more, forward, arching up, and returning in, and your last one, forward, arching out, and returning in. Exercise number 6, we're going to start with our fingertips feathered on our shoulders. So my elbows are nice and high, you can see side on. If you can, you want to try and keep your elbows above your shoulders. Don't worry if you can't, you can just drop them down a little bit so it's comfortable. Your feet are hip width, and then the movement pattern is this. You're going to open your elbows to stretch your chest, close the elbows, release the arms, and then just relax as you swing back into a small squat. So you're bending the knees, imagine you're skiing, and then you return up to your start position. So again, you open the elbows, stretch, close, release, small squat, so bend the knees, swing back, and return up. And again, open the elbows, stretch, close, release the arms, imagine you're skiing, swinging back more into your heels to return up. Let's do a couple more. Open the elbows, close, swing back, weights in the heels to return up. For one more, open, stretch, close, release, and return up. So exercise number 7, the feet are hip width, fists are on our shoulders. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step forward with one leg, and my opposite arm is going to punch up. Okay, so I'm going to go forward, and then you punch your opposite hand up to the ceiling, return in, switching the leg, forward, opposite hand punches up, and return in. Okay, so nice straight lines for your feet, punching up with the opposite hand, and then switch, forward, punching up, and returning in. So nice straight lines, as I say, for the feet. Keep your arms, try and keep them close to your ears, punching all the way up for full extension, and in. Let's do 3 more. Forward, punch, return, and then forward, punch, and return. For one more. Forward, punch the arm, and return in. So exercise 8, guys, this is the last one of the round. This requires a bit of balance, so focus on pulling your belly button in towards your spine to gain your control. Okay, so we'll start on one leg lifting, and then you're going to bring your knee forward of your hip. Okay, find your stability and pull your belly button in. The movement pattern is to circle your knee. So you're going to go out, slightly back, and around to come up. Okay, so your movement is to go around with the knee, slightly back, in, and up. And again, around to come in and up. And then we'll do one more on this knee, nice and smooth circle to bring it up. And then you step down with that leg, switching sides, pulling in your belly button to gain your control. You'll notice very subtly my body is also going slightly over towards my supporting leg. Lift that knee, and then you circle around, back, and up, and around, back, and up, and nice and smooth, around, back, and up. And your last one, well done if you're maintaining your balance, to bring the knee up, plant the foot, and that's the end of the round. So round number 2, guys, we're going to go from control mode into what I call challenge mode. This means that we're just moving our bodies a little bit quicker and elevating our heart rates up. So exercise number 1, the feet are hip width, hands to the side of the hips. Try and follow along. If you can't, don't worry, don't get disheartened. You go at your own pace. And we'll swing forward into the heels, standing tall, taking a side bend over for 1, and then smoothly across, arching our arm, and then into center to squat and swing and stand. Side bend over for 1, side bend over for 2, into center, squat and swing, hit those heels, coming up, side bend over, lift out the hip, side bend over, lift out the hip, into center, and a couple more, swing and squat and stand, side bend for 1, and side bend for 2, into center for your last one, squat and swing, stand, side bend 1, and side bend number 2. Well done. Let's go on to exercise number 2. So just broaden your feet so they're shoulder width, feather your fingertips to your temples. We're going to do a small squat, push the hips back, bend the knees, and then as you come up, bring your knee in and your elbow across, step down and squat, bring the knee in, the elbow across, step down and squat, and up and across, step down, drop and up and across, step down. Okay, so small squat, heels, knee comes up, elbow comes around. So you're trying to twist the top of your torso, your shoulder, to get your movement. Squat, twist, step, squat, twist, step. Let's just do a couple more here. Well done if you're maintaining your balance and getting a good range of movement. Squat, twist, and stand. Let's go on to exercise number 3. So exercise number 3, we're going to have our feet hip width, our hands in fists, arms are long. Going to step back and pull back. So step back, keep your elbows up, pull your hands to the side of your chest, shoulders, step it in, switch, step, pull, and return. So keep your elbows high, pull back into your shoulder blades, step, pinch back, and return, step, pinch back, and return. If you want to make it harder, bend those knees a bit more, and pull back, and up. Okay, try and keep relaxed in your shoulders, and then pull back into your shoulder blades. Let's do 3 more, and 2, and 1 more to return up. Nice job, guys. Let's go on to exercise number 4. This is the sumo sway. So your feet are shoulder width, your toes are angled out, your hands in line with your chest, and then you'll just sway your body weight across. So one side, bend the knee, coming up to sway across onto the other leg. And you'll notice my trailing leg extends to work into the inner thighs, and you're just nice and smooth up, sway across, and up, sway across, and up. So try to have a nice gliding feel at the top of your thigh bone into your hips, and across, and across, and across. And last two, sway and up, sway and up. Well done, guys. Let's go on to exercise number 5. So this one, our feet are hip width, our hands to the side. Just make light fists of your hands. And then the forward step, you're arching your arms out to the side. Hit the hands overhead. Return in. Switch the leg. Forward. Arch over. And return. So soft bend in your elbows. And your feet on train tracks. Nice and straight lines. And return in. And up. Well done, guys. Keep it going if you can. Maintain your tempo, a nice rhythm. If you want to do them slightly slower in control mode, feel free. Remember, you can download the manual that I put together for you. It's available on my website about how to tailor these sessions to suit you. Let's do one more. Forward, arch it up, and return it in. Well done. Let's go on to exercise number 6. So your feet are hip width. Feather your fingertips to your shoulders. Your elbows are up. You're going to open the elbows, stretch, close, release the arms, swing back, and return up. So open, close, swing back into the heels as you small squat to return up. Open, close, swing it back, and up. Open, close, swing it back, and up. So imagine you're skiing here, swing back, and up, stretch, close, swing, and in. Good one for your posture here. And final 2. And your last one, stretch, center, swing it back, and return up. Well done. Let's go on to exercise number 7. Your feet are hip width, fists are on your shoulders. As you go forward, the opposite hand punches up, okay? So you're going to go forward on one leg, lunging forward, punch the opposite hand up and in, switch sides, forward, opposite arm up and in. Okay, so again, nice straight lines for your feet. Try and keep your arm close to your ear as you go up and in, and up, and in, and up, and in. Okay, and again on this one, if you want to shorten the range of the lunge, don't go down quite so low. It's absolutely fine. If you want a full range, the back knee just above the floor, and in. And let's do 3 more. And 2. And the final one, punching up to return in. And then we're on exercise number 8. This is the final one. So the knee circles. Remember, pull your belly button in towards your spine to gain your balance. And then lift one knee up off the floor. Circling that knee nice and smoothly. So you go around, back, and up. Keep it nice and smooth. Circling around, back and up. Couple more on this leg. And final one. And then step down with that foot. Lift the opposite one up. Remember, just distribute your weight very subtly onto that supporting leg. Pull your belly button in. And then circle the knee around, back and up. And try and keep it nice and rhythmic and smooth. Well done if you're maintaining your balance. If you do need the support of a chair or the wall, do so. And then we'll do your last one to complete round number 2. Perfect, guys. Very well done. If you're doing this on your own and you do want a full session, just remember that that consists of 3 or 4 rounds in total. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you again very soon.